What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Doshi, and today we are here with DMacGames. If you guys have ever seen him, he's a content creator on Instagram that bases off of like comedy.
Yeah,
Videos.
like meme-based stuff, like comedy, like short form content, just trying to put some joy out into the world, man, make people laugh. Makes me laugh, my own stuff, which is cool. And I've built a good following, good community with everybody. It's been a fun ride the last 3 years.
And the page is at how many followers right now?
So I've got about 35,000 on Instagram. I mostly use Instagram. I have a TikTok, I have a YouTube, but it's all the same stuff that gets posted on there. I just really like the Instagram platform, so I typically use that.
And for the audience, how did you start? What got you into this whole niche?
So I guess it kind of started back in 2020. Like, I work in the fitness industry. I have for the last 10 years, and during COVID, I didn't work for about 6-7 months. So I needed something to do with my time. So what I ended up doing was just revisiting some of the old games. I was buying stuff on Facebook Marketplace. In my old apartment, I had this little tiny room that I started playing games in. And then once we moved here, I was like, wouldn't it be cool to share my love of gaming, collecting, Pokemon, Power Rangers, all that fun stuff with other people? So it was more just like a passion project rather than anything to make money on or anything like that.
And right now we are in his man cave right now, and this room is phenomenal, bro.
Thanks.
Like, I love how it's sectioned off by different pieces. That whole entertainment center is pretty sick.
Yeah. The cool thing about this entertainment center is everything is hooked up, which is great. So if I want to switch from my N64 to my PS5 to my GameCube, they're all hooked up. I don't have to like insert any wires, nothing like that. I've got switchers on everything, so I can seamlessly go back and forth depending on what my mood is and what I want to play.
The aesthetic is the fact that you got 3 TV screens.
Yeah.
Is pretty dope, and I'm sure you can play all the consoles at once and all 3 TVs, right?
Yeah, yep.
Going out game night.
The only one that you can't play consoles on is this one. I typically use this just for aesthetics, and we were talking about earlier how I'm a big sports fan, especially football. So during the football season, I'll have 3 different games on these TVs. Like, even today, there's basketball games on and stuff. Like, I'll play basketball games on all the TVs. So for me, it's much more than a game room. It's just like an entertainment room. Like, I want to have fun down here, whether that be playing games, watching movies, watching sports, just a fun place to be down.
And earlier you mentioned like it was like a passion project, right?
Yeah.
Did you see yourself setting up the room the way it was when you first moved in here?
Yeah, so we originally moved in here about 3.5 years ago, and I like mapped out pretty much everything, like pen and paper. Here's what I want. Like, I knew that I wanted a big TV and a retro TV. So when I built it, I had the big TV over here, didn't have the retro TV. I knew that all of my systems were going to go in here. And then every time that I would buy new things, whether it be collectibles, Funkos, what have you, I was like, well, now I need new shelves. So it's transformed, but the biggest thing that I wanted was this right here. I wanted one big TV, one CRT, and that's what I got, and everything else just kind of morphed from there.
Do you catch yourself in this room more often than the rest of the house sometimes?
Mostly on the weekends. I don't come down here very often during the weekday. I do have a pretty demanding job. I travel a lot. So Sundays, I will literally spend most Sundays down here. I'll film all my content in batch form on Sundays, so I pre-plan everything. Film anywhere between 6 and 12 videos so I can post throughout the week. And then I'll just chill down here. I'll play a game, throw in a VHS, and hang out, dude.
And for those who don't know, Dmac works with different companies and has sponsorships from multiple. And how many different companies have you worked for per se?
Oh gosh, if I could put a number on it, I guess 30 to 50 different companies. Wow. Sometimes it's just once. Sometimes it's multiple. Some of the companies that are multiple, like Lego, Macari, which is like a place for resellers. It's kind of like eBay without bidding. I've also worked with beer companies, Victory Brewing Company. They sent me a bunch of cases of beer, which was awesome. Let's see, who else have I worked with? An energy drink company has sent me a bunch of stuff as well. Haven't worked with Pokemon yet. Haven't worked with Nintendo yet. Those are some of the ones that I really, really want to work with, but we'll get there eventually.
But I mean, Lego.
Yeah, dude,
That's pretty sick.
That was a big shock. Like we were talking about it a couple of minutes ago, that I don't reach out to companies. I never have. Like that's not really why I got into it. But when they reach out to me, it's like a big shock to have these, you know, billion-dollar companies see my page and be like, hey, we want to send you X. And most of the time I'm like, hell yeah, like let's do it. But then I would say more often than not, I say no to companies because it's not in my niche, or what they're willing to give me / pay me isn't worth my time. I know that sounds really bad, but it's like, you know, my page is my page and I can decide who I want to work with.
Of course, I mean, it's got to make sense, right? Especially if you're gonna like advertise the product when they send it.
Yeah.
It's like, why would this guy show off a pair of socks? You know what I mean? Or,
exactly.
you know,
I get tons of stuff like that. Like jewelry is a big one that I get, and it's like, why am I showing this off even if you're gonna pay me? So
yeah.
you know, I try to like have my followers believe in what I'm trying to talk about. Even beer. Like beer is not in this game room really, but I drink beer. And I was like, hell yeah, I'll work with you.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, beer, you know, everyone's gonna sit down and play something.
Yeah.
You know, have a couple of sips, especially in an environment like this.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll watch the game, I'll play some Nintendo and
Yep.
just crack one open, you know? But what are the, like, when you tell me that people send you product, right? What's the most expensive product that you've gotten so far?
Most expensive one that I've gotten so far? Probably it's over here on the ground. Ugh. So I have a Sega CD, Sega Genesis. Someone actually gave this to me, but not a company, but a friend who just didn't want it. That's the other great thing about being a content creator, especially in video games. Like everybody grew up having these video games, stored them down in their basement or up in their attic in the garage. And then they know that I like it. So when they want to get rid of it, they're not going to sell it. They're just like, hey, Dmac, you want this? I'm like, hell yeah, that's a great display piece. I don't even know if this thing works, but I don't care because it's just a really cool piece to display. You know, tells a story too. Someone had it before me. It's like 30 years old. So that's one of my favorite pieces, even though I've never played with it.
It's pretty sick. And like, when you say that came in for free, what other things that you would say like you got for free? Because now you mentioned that you're a content creator and everyone knows what you do and collect, right? So one of your buddies gave you that for free.
Yep.
But like, what about companies? You know what I mean? How often do you get like stuff from them that's really worth it to you that you keep? Or like, what do you do with the stuff that you don't want?
So let's talk about me keeping stuff first. So one of the biggest companies that actually helped me build my collection was Macari. Like they actually flew me to LA. We filmed like a whole YouTube series. They gave me a bunch of money in order to go on their website, buy some stuff. So when you look over here at some of these games, like the GameCube, that's from Macari. The Sega Genesis, that's from Macari. This Pikachu Nintendo 64, that's from Macari.
Crazy.
Super Nintendo, that's from Macari as well. So, you know, I've been really blessed for the fact that I have these companies that want to work with me. They believe in my platform. They believe in, you know, I can help them promote. Like that's what it's all about. Like I can get you more followers. I can get you this stuff, which is really great. And anything that a company sends me that I necessarily don't want, but I believe in the product. So I'll give you a good example. I get headphones all the time. I don't need 50 headphones. I have 3. I have a PlayStation one and I have a Razer one. And those are the ones that I really like. So if a company wants to send me some headphones, even if they're not going to pay me, what I'll do is I'll film the video, post it for them. Then I'll take the new inbox headphones and I'll resell those. So yeah, $100 for a set of headphones that necessarily I don't want, but somebody does and I can give them a deal. I'll use that $100 to fund what I like and want. So I guess you could call me a reseller, but I'm giving it to people for a deal. I'm not trying to make money off of it. I'm just trying to fund like my passions here.
And that makes us 2 different resellers, right?
Yeah.
A reseller, according to people, are just resellers, but you resell to buy what you want and it doesn't come out of pocket.
Correct.
And you're taking advantage of companies sending you stuff that you would just say, oh, all right, cool. I did my deal with the company.
Yeah.
why am I gonna keep this or throw it out?
Right.
Hand it down, give them like half price or whatever. You know what I mean? You're making your money, but
Yep.
like, you know, you can buy that console, you can buy that game you want.
Exactly. I mean, in that closet back there, I have about $700 worth of Nano Leaf lights. I don't want them. I know somebody that does want them. Like, I'm gonna give them to my mom and dad. Like, go enjoy them. I don't have really any room to put them. I don't want to use them in here. Nano Leaf is a great company. I have all their stuff like upstairs in my PC setup. But you know, if somebody else can get some joy out of them, I'm gonna give them to them. So.
And what have been like your favorite companies to work with for those who are wondering like,
Yeah.
how content creators, you know, the reality is that like, you know, not every company you're gonna want to partner up with in the future.
Yeah, so that's like a two-part question. So number one, some of the best companies, you're gonna really laugh at this. Temu is like, hear me out. Yes, some of their products aren't the highest quality. I can pick what I want from them and they will say yes, no, but they pay like literally on time, like every single time. It's like clockwork, dude. And it's great. And it's like, I will never promote anything. When I open it, I will email them and say, hey, I'm not promoting this product. And they'll say, hey, that's cool. And that's great that I have a company that trusts me to say like, this product is not great. What was the other thing that you asked?
Like, would you like?
Companies you shouldn't work for.
There you go.
Yeah, cut that. Companies that you shouldn't work for. I don't want to like list any companies directly, but I will say as a content creator, if anybody reaches out to you and they say, "Hey, we can do an affiliate," I made that mistake in the beginning. So affiliate, for those of you that don't know, it's like you have a product, let's say that they give you a headset and you promote the headset, they don't pay you to make the video. And they say, if you put this link in your bio, every 10 headsets that you sell, we'll give you 10%. You will make no money off affiliation unless you have 1 million followers. So anybody out there that is going to be a content creator, don't do affiliates. It's not worth it at all.
And what has been like, you don't have to name like a company, but like what's been your worst experience as a content creator that got partnered with the company?
So my worst experience, again, not going to say the name because they're a big company. I went somewhere, took some time off of work, used PTO, was promised X number of dollars, and it was substantial. And they said that they would pay me within 6 months. It has been almost a year now. The constant like, hey, how's this going? How's this going? And then a lot of the other people that I did this event with got paid and I haven't and another person hasn't. So just because they're a big company doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna get paid on time. So if you do find someone that pays you on time, you trust the company, continue to work with that person. And like I said before, everybody's gonna laugh like, oh, Dmac works for Temu. It's like, I get to pick and choose what I want. Yeah. And if the product's not good, I tell them straight up and it's like, they pay on time. And it's like, I'm gonna keep working with them. Like,
yeah, you get stuff, you get paid for it.
This is a business, dude. Like, yeah. This is what funds like my happiness. Like, I've made enough money to like travel and do fun things. It's like, I'm gonna continue to do it if it helps me like experience life. Like, that's what it's about for me. Like, this is not something that's gonna help me like pay my bills. This is fun money, dude. Yeah. It's like, I want to buy stuff, I want to go places, and I'll work with those companies that are gonna help me with that.
And you'd say being a content creator is worth it every like minute, every post, you know, like do you catch yourself like kind of feeling discouraged when a video doesn't hit the algorithm?
Yeah.
You know, or like negative comments, stuff like that?
That's a great question. Negative comments don't bother me at all. Like, if you have the gumption to give me a negative comment, like, you don't know who I am, like, I don't care. Like, I got thick skin, dude. You're not gonna hurt my one feeling if you post something negative about me. But I did get discouraged about 4 or 5 months ago. So I blew up quick. In 2 years, I grew from like 500 followers to like 30,000. And it was great. I was like, wow, this is really working. I'm going to continue to do this. Then for like 6 months, as I continued to post the same exact stuff, I started losing followers. Like, 90 days, I kept looking at all my stats. It's like, okay, in the last 90 days, you've gained as many as you've lost. And I was like, why the hell am I doing this? I'm not seeing as much benefit from posting every single day, not seeing as much benefit monetarily. So I took a little break. I took about 3 weeks off. Wasn't sure if I was ever gonna come back. So I decided for myself that I still do enjoy this. I enjoy sharing my experience with other people. And I was just gonna post every other day. And since coming back, that's when I heard from Lego. So it's like, there's ups and downs of being a content creator. And I think the cool thing about this community is, you know, you and I met a couple weeks ago, which was great.
At Cruz's grand opening.
Yeah, at Cruz's grand opening.
I saw you at Retro World last year, you know, but we didn't know each other.
Right.
I didn't even know Cruz at the time either, you know, but I saw you had your GoPro stick, you know, you're doing the reels and stuff like that. You know, you were right across from us.
Yeah. And the other thing too is like, even if I've never met anybody in person, the community and the support that you get from people around the world is like fantastic. I had someone reach out from Spain the other day. They're like, hey man, you haven't posted in like 2 weeks. Everything okay? And it's like, in real life, no one ever asks you, are you okay? And that was just like a really cool feeling to know that people in our community give a damn and want to see you succeed. Like, it's not cutthroat. It's just like, we want you to go viral. We want you to make money. We want you to have fun.
And that's how it should be. We have a commenter from Germany.
Yeah.
That says, you know, he loves the videos, and it's like been multiple like comments from different videos all the way from like last year. So it's kind of it's encouraging to see that people not even from the same country as you.
Yeah, it's really cool because like, even if you're just posting about one common interest like gaming or whatever it is, to like have that support from people. Because in my life, like real life, I don't have a lot of friends that play video games. Like, I don't have kids. Most of my friends have kids. They don't have time to come over and play 8 hours of video games. But if I can comment back and forth to somebody, hey, what are you playing right now? What are you liking right now? Should I buy this? Should I buy that? And it's like, that's just really fun.
And have you ever tried to step outside your niche to make certain content to try to gain a new audience? Because I remember before you were talking about tapes on the wall over there.
So I've got, if you guys want to walk over here real quick. So I did build a in-home blockbuster. This was like a passion project for about 2 weeks or so. Stole this idea from somebody on TikTok. You know who you are. And I asked if I could steal your idea. But I posted this because I love tapes. I love the way that they look and the colors and everything like that. I've got my snacks over here, how much everything costs, all that good stuff. But I posted it thinking it was gonna blow up. It did not. It got like 5,000 views on Instagram and TikTok. Posted another video a couple of weeks ago about just me picking a movie out. Again, nothing. So you gotta kind of stay in your lane when it comes to content creation, because everybody started following you because you posted about video games, you posted about this, you posted about that. If I started posting stuff about fitness, because I work in the fitness industry, nobody would follow me. However, if I blend, which one of my videos blew up where I was deadlifting how much a Pokemon weighs. So, you know, a Pikachu is 25 kilograms or whatever it is, like that gets views. So if I could take something like this and blend it into video games, blend it into gaming content, cool. But if you step too far out, your followers are gonna drop off, man.
Do you, would you ever want to do content creating full time? Do you think that's ever sustainable for you to be able to accomplish?
I think that was my goal in the beginning, because I blew up so fast. I went from 0 to 10,000 in like 6 months. It's like, I'm gonna get to 500,000 in no time at all. Doesn't work that way, unfortunately. If I can ever do it full time, I would love to. My videos would be a hell of a lot better. I could do long form content. I could do YouTube. I could do streaming. I would love it. But we'll see if it ever happens. I've gotten some great opportunities with a lot of companies sending me places, doing this, doing that. If I could make that a full-time job, I would be very fulfilled. Absolutely.
That's how me and Anthony feel with the YouTube. Eventually getting sustainable enough.
It's a grind, right?
Bro, people do not know.
Thank you.
The background and what happens off camera.
Yes.
Dude, you hit this wall
Yes.
of like, is this original enough? Is
Yeah.
this good enough? Is the video long enough?
Yeah. And you know, before I got into content creation, I always thought to myself, I was like, oh, that's easy. I was like, look at all these people with hundreds of thousands of followers posting 6-second videos. It is not easy at all. A 6-second video is 30 minutes of your life. You gotta plan it, you gotta think about it, you gotta edit it, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And it's like, I have full respect for people that do content creation full time. It's not as easy as you might think that it is. Especially like you guys too, that do YouTube content. That's the top tier, dude. Instagram and TikTok are like beginner level. I think that Instagram and TikTok are easy.
Think so?
I think so.
I struggle on TikTok.
So I struggle on TikTok, but I think it's the easiest to post on and blow up.
I see.
Yeah, but that's why I've never broken into YouTube, because I just understand that that's the most effort and I don't have enough time to go into that.
So you would never jump into full-length videos, only reels, because it's just time, or is it creativity? You know, is it editing?
So the editing is fine. The doing full length is fine. It's the time for me. I don't have time for a whole day to go film something like you guys here right now. Like, you drove up here, you're here now for maybe an hour, and then you drive back. Like, that's your whole day. Like, I unfortunately don't have time to do that. I wish that I could, but we'll see, maybe in the future.
And this video is a little different today, right? Because believe it or not, we've had a couple people message me saying that they want to start getting into all this because they watch us.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of people don't understand the reality of what it is to be a content creator, right? And so this video is a little different. And yes, it is within this niche, because he does have a game room and stuff like that. He's talking about the collabs and stuff like that. But it's not always as easy as it sounds. And you are gonna have bad moments. You're gonna have dry spells.
Yep.
You're gonna you get this brain, this like, you know, your brain has to tinker a bit, you know?
You get that dopamine hit of having a video get like 180,000 views. Like, I had one the other day that I posted. It's like a 5-second video. I think it has 200,000 views. I haven't had that in 8 months, and seeing it, I was like, yes. I was like, finally another one. And then I posted the next day and it's like 10,000. And it's like, you just have to keep going. And being a content creator is just about posting. It's nothing else. Like, you don't have to be super creative, just post some stuff and see where that takes you, and you'll kind of find your own way in it. Like, I found my way because I just want to be funny. I just wanted to drink beer in my game room and dance and, you know, have fun, wear fun t-shirts like Spice Girls, like my backwards hat. Like, this is me, dude.
And you're bringing outsiders into like your own world, right? You're bringing them a part of your life, even though you don't know them in person. You know, it's like, hey, you know, experience this with me.
Yeah.
It's the same interests, right? You guys have common interests, stuff like that. So it's nice.
It's that community. Like, that's what social media is about. It's supposed to be social. You're supposed to have fun with other people. And like we just said a couple minutes ago, it's like, I've met so many people doing this that I never would get to meet. Brandon, Cruz, Alex, you guys, Paul, like so many people, and people around the world. Like, that's awesome. I have tons of friends now from posting online. Like, that's crazy, dude. It's like Tinder for gamers, pretty much.
Tinder is crazy. Swipe left. That's wild. I want to take a little closer look at the room, right?
Yeah.
We talked about your company deals and stuff like that. But before we talk about the room, or show us the room, how much of this stuff do you think came from out of pocket? What percentage of the room would you say came out of pocket from your hard-earned money compared to you reselling it, right? Using those funds, like the free stuff.
50% probably. Like, most of the stuff is funded through Instagram. Like, I have my own LLC, I have a business account. Like, a lot of the stuff is for free. Whatever money that I make through Instagram, I just use to fund this. Like, I can see all of my Mario stuff up here. It's like, this Lego set was free. I have a ton of Jakks Pacific stuff. All of this was free. Toys were free. You know, this is from when I was a kid. Like, this was for free. It's like, Yeah, I would say like 50%. Like this is one of my favorite sections because I just grew up loving Mario. I love Yoshi. He's my favorite. Uh, he's great. But I don't know, man. I just love the colors. I love the games. Like I will buy every Mario game that ever comes out. But you know, this is a great section to look at.
And if you come to find out, right, like you don't have enough space in the room, right, because those shelves are pretty packed.
Yeah.
Like, and you're expecting more stuff from Lego, right? And you told us that it's a. Am I able to say that it's from a collaboration? Or
Yeah. It's from a collab. You know, Lego reached out to me, which I'm super excited about. This will be, you know, my first big one with Lego. It's a huge box, and if I don't have the room for it, like some of this stuff I picked up from Goodwill and Savers, like I will get rid of it. I'll give it to people. It's like if I'm getting a really big collab that I believe in and I love the company, this stuff doesn't make me happier than that other stuff, I'll get rid of it and put it up here on the shelf. So it's a constant like transition of I like this, I don't like that. I might even put it in the, you know, other space back there just to get rid of it for a while and maybe it will come back.
Okay, so you wouldn't like sell like any of like your personal collection, or like would you just like store it, put it away?
Yeah, I'd store it. I don't know if I would sell anything. Most of the time I would trade with people. You know, we talked about earlier, like Cruz and Alex. If I have anything that they would want, yeah, take it. If they don't want it, I will give it to people because I'm not a reseller. Other than like new products from collaborations and things, but things that are open, I don't have the time to post them on eBay, post them on Macari. Right. It's like, give them to my nieces and nephews, give them to some of my coworkers' kids, like have it, have fun. I don't need it anymore. I have a big box in my car, in the trunk that just has stuff in it. And when I'm anywhere, I'm like, hey, this kid would probably like it. I'll pull it out and give it to him.
Yeah, just have gifts.
Yeah, I'm like Santa Claus, but with Mario toys, pretty much.
That's hilarious. And this section over here is actually real dope.
Dude, my pride and joy over here. So being a kid from the 90s, I loved Power Rangers. Everything from the toys, I've got most of the shows down here. I'm missing about 5 of the VHS collection. All of these are from KB Toys up here, which was my ultimate spot to buy stuff when I was a kid. And I love the colors of the show. I love the baddies. My favorite Power Ranger, obviously, Jason, or Kimberly, Amy Jo Johnson. She was my first crush as a child. Loved her so much. But the show wasn't great. I can honestly admit it, going back and watching some of these VHS. But as a kid, I grew up, I did martial arts, loved watching the show. It made me just very happy to sit in front of the TV and watch all of these characters interact with each other. And yes, occasionally when I watch some of the VHS, I do put the helmets on. It just brings me back, dude. So I love this section. Yeah, this is just great.
That one is pretty dope.
So the Titanus was a birthday gift that somebody gave me. It is brand new, unopened. Every time that I'm down here, like late at night, I say to myself, you're gonna open it, you're gonna put it together. And I haven't yet. It's been about 4 or 5 years. Maybe one day I will open it, put it together, but not yet.
Is that vintage?
It is vintage. It is original. There is a little sticker up here. I don't know where that's from. It's probably KB Toys, but yeah, it's vintage.
Another free item, huh?
Yeah, another free item, man.
That's wild, bro.
This was free. This one too. I think I bought these two. This was a gift as well. So I've just been very lucky that I have a lot of people that love my channel, love what I do, and I can, you know, display all this stuff.
It's pretty sick. Are you planning on expanding the Power Ranger shrine?
I would love to. The issue with this room is it's pretty full already. If I had to do anything, I might be able to extend onto this wall, just very, very small shelves. But, you know, because my collection is very, very broad, I have a lot of stuff down here. I don't want to make it, you know, too tight. I might have to get rid of some stuff.
Yeah.
Eventually. But for right now, it's good. I'm happy with it. And with being a collector, I have to find stuff that I really appreciate before I buy it. I'll see something and be like, oh, that's cool. I'm not gonna pick it up just because it's cool. Can I pick it up because I love it and I can put it in my collection?
Understood. And then these, I love these little
Stands?
stands.
Yeah. So I got these on Etsy. No, these were not a collaboration, but I just needed something to hold some of my handhelds. Like I've got Game Boy Advance, got the Superboy that I got from Cruise. I just picked one up to go on the Game Boy, so that'll go over here, but just wanted to display everything. And honestly, all of these right here, these are what I bring when I travel. There's nothing better than playing an old school retro game at like an airport bar or on the plane. You get little kids coming up to you and be like, what's that? And I was like, this is not a Nintendo Switch. Yeah. I was like, I am playing Pokemon Red. Who's your favorite Pokemon? And they tell me something I've never heard of. It's like, nah, bro. I was like, I just do the 151. I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, I'm kind of out of the time with the Pokemon, so I don't know what's out anymore.
Same. I haven't bought a Pokemon pack for like 25 years. I still have most of my collection that's in that room over there.
Oof, that's gotta be worth something.
Yeah, we can take a look at it if you want.
I see that like you got like this is Power Rangers, right? You got a tiny little turtle shrine over there.
Yeah. So my turtle shrine. Again, none of these figures are really worth anything. I was always a Michelangelo fan, but one of the best things that I have up here is an Eastman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. This is an original printing signed by Eastman too. So for those of you that don't know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles used to be black and white. So when you look at it, you couldn't really tell who the characters were until you looked at their weapons. It used to be very, very dark. There used to be, bad stuff in it. And this is just a really neat piece for me because I grew up with, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Secret of the Ooze, loved them, loved the video games. So this is in really great condition. I love it. And if you guys remember the Burger King Kids Club, these were tapes that you got from Burger King. Mm. So before they did toys and things, you could also get these. And there's like 2 episodes on it. It's just really fun to watch these as well. Like I think the cartoon and the animation in these are better than most of the stuff that came out in the 90s.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Some Burger King collaboration thing.
Hell yeah.
That's hilarious. They don't do that anymore.
No, I wish they did. Now Burger King just deals up with movies like Minecraft and everything like that. Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with Minecraft.
That movie's everything wrong with it.
I have never played Minecraft. I don't know what it is, what it's about, but when they announced that movie was coming out, I told everybody, I was like, that movie is going to make $1 billion. Everybody laughed. I was like, it will. What they made so far, 500K? Or no.
There's a huge meme going on around it right now. Jack Black says something about those popcorn all over the place.
Chicken jockey or whatever that means? Yeah, I have no
exactly.
idea what that means. We're too old now.
And lastly, this part, right? This whole these Lego sets are pretty fire, bro.
Yeah, so this is like my mixed set collection, I guess. I have a lot of Marvel and Lord of the Rings. So I really got into Lego when I was a kid. And I had never built anything for about 20 years or so. And I first started with the Avengers set right here. This was my like really big purchase that I made when we first moved into this place. This was the most boring set that I have ever put together.
Really?
Do you see how much glass is on here? It was just rinse and repeat for like 50 pages, putting all the glass. Did not enjoy it. The most fun that I've ever had putting together a Lego set, right here. Like, it's just beautiful because it doesn't match on either side, like how the rocks come up.
True.
If you spin it around, which we really can't do right now, there's a whole piece that's inside that goes all the way up the tower. You can see into the tower. Then we have Rivendell too. You have the Fellowship that's over here. I even have Sting. Frodo's sword. to size. And then just some Burger King toys, also some in-box toys. I got this from Cruise over here. So I know we said it before, but dude, I just collect what I like, and I don't really care what other people think. I don't need it to be expensive. I just want it to kind of represent me and what I like as a fan and as a collector. And these two right here are by far my favorite Lego pieces that I've ever put together.
And every collection is different, but
yeah,
good thing for you is that you got 50% of this room without coming out of
yeah,
pocket. Collecting is an expensive hobby, bro. So the fact that you made it work for you.
I don't know how some people do it, man. Like, I see people that pay $200, $300, $400 for one single video game, and I was like, how can I get this for free?
You make it work.
Yeah, man.
That's dope, bro. And for those who are asking, like, want to know, right? Would you encourage anyone to be a content creator nowadays? Do you think that the ideas out there are just a little bit too oversaturated? No originality to it? Is it worth the stress on how to make something different?
Yeah, that's a great question. So if you want to be a creator, just jump in. Don't think about it. Just do it and see what works specifically for you. For me, I got comfortable doing memes, which I love. It's fun, it's quick, it helps me in terms of how much time I can dedicate to it. I probably work 60 to 70 hour weeks, so it's tough for me to do anything longer than that. If you have typical 9 to 5, you could probably do a lot more. You could do YouTube, you could do TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. So dude, just jump into it, see what works for you, and have fun with it. That's the biggest piece of advice. Have fun. And who gives a damn what anybody thinks? Like, just post, man.
Very true. And do you see yourself, like, what's the next step for you, per se?
Next step.
It's hard to say, right?
Damn. Yeah. Just keep doing what I'm doing. However, I am going to be pickier when it comes to partnering with people. In my beginnings, I said yes to everybody. That was a mistake. And from here on out, big brands don't care if you pay me. Just give me free stuff. I'll promote it if I love your company. From there, like, I want to be invited to cons. I want to be invited to premieres of things. I want to be invited to Nintendo America. Like, those are my hopes and aspirations. Like, big companies that say, go do this for us, film content. Like, that sounds great. Pay for a vacation for me, but I'll work when I'm there. Like, that's the dream, man.
Yeah, one day for us too, right? That'd be nice. Nice little company hits us up one day.
Yeah.
Someday, at some point,
you'll get it, man.
We're working there.
Keep grinding.
We're at 15-something subs right now. Eventually, we'll hit your 30K.
Dude, that's all you can do is just keep pushing. And we talked about it before. It gets discouraging when you're not growing like you expect to. And you have to remember of the 35,000, or may not be all real, people that I have, there's a good percentage of people that love my stuff. And if it's 2,000 people that I'm posting for and they like and they love, you just have to keep doing it for those 2,000. Those are the people that have been there from the beginning. Those are the people that helped you grow. Those are the people that help you get collabs. So just keep grinding for all those people.
Don't get discouraged, guys. It's hard. Being creator is tough. That's the reality of it. But as long as you're happy, who cares about how many views you get, right? Who cares about who follows you, how many followers? That comes over time. But consistency.
Consistency, have fun, and I'm proud of everything that I've ever posted on Instagram.
Exactly. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But Mac, appreciate you for being on the channel.
Man. Appreciate you.
I'm gonna put his Instagram link in the bio and description. So just give him a follow, support your local creators, right? And technically you are a small business because
man,
you collaborate, you sell, So no matter what, he said he has an LLC. He's a business.
I'm a business.
He's a business. So support your local businesses. That's what this channel is all about. And nonetheless, Plug Nostalgia with Doshi. I'll catch you all later.